Hello, my paper crafting friends. Come on in, makers. Today is December. No, it's not December. It's January. Can tell my heads are in the clouds today. January the 7th. Happy New Year, everybody. Last time we spoke, it was New Year's Eve. I'm going to go ahead and get situated. Give you a chance to find me in your news feed, because I'm hearing that sometimes it's hard to find me. Sometimes I'm hard to find, eh? Anyway, go ahead and say hi as you jump on. Today we have some really fun projects. We're celebrating celebration. And before we get started, just a couple of things. First of all, if you're not a part of my newsletter, why not? Go ahead and open the camera on your smartphone, point it at that really goofy looking QR code, and it will give you a link. Go ahead and click on that, and that will take you to the landing page where you can sign up for my newsletter. I'd love to have you there, so go ahead and do that. Also, just a couple of other things as far as links and places to find me. First of all, the sun is shining. I love it, but it's going to be making a little bit of glare, so I apologize. But I'm not going to apologize for the sunshine because it's few and far between this time of the year in Michigan. Anyway, if you haven't already, make sure to join my community on Facebook. And that's Dawn's Creative Chalet Community. I'd love to have you there as well as here, because right now you're finding me on my business page. Also, join me on my YouTube channel, which is Dawn's Creative Chalet. Click on the bell for all the notifications as I load things and do more with YouTube. And make sure to hit the bell. That will make sure that you get all those little notifications on your phone. And of course, check out my blog, which is dawnscreativechalet.com. And there is where you'll find all the projects, the list of the items that we use today. All of the good stuff is right there at my blog. And of course, my online store. And we have a new host code here. It's a funny one. I always wonder what I'm going to get when I set up the host code for the next month. And this one's easier to remember. It's like My Jaw, Texas, with a 7 on the beginning there. Make sure to use the host code, and I like to share a little something with you when you place an order, a minimum of $50 or more. And of course, a celebration too. So you're getting double rewarded. Woohoo! Hey, Kathy. Hello. Happy Sunday craft afternoon to you. So anyway, go ahead and use that host code. If your order is $150 or more, don't use the host code. Make sure that you use those Stampin' reward benefits for yourself. Because, hey, even more free stuff, right? The word of the day is free. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and move this stuff aside now. Move this up here. And just a reminder on a couple of other things as well. We have Paper Pumpkin. What's really cool that they're doing with Paper Pumpkin now is they're letting us know 3 months worth of kits. And what's really cool, speaking of threes, hey Kristen, happy Sunday craft afternoon, is that if you were to purchase a prepaid subscription to Paper Pumpkin, or 6 or 12 months, you can also earn celebration products. Yep, you can go ahead and sign up for Paper Pumpkin with a prepaid subscription and benefit with celebration freebies. So just a little heads up on that. And this month, if you sign up by the 10th of this month, you'll get this month's kit, January's kit, which is called Lovely Lavender. And I believe it's going to kind of coordinate with all our pretty lavender products that's in the mini catalog. Also into February, we have Sweet Springtime, and we have the Memorable Meadows. And then don't forget, I think that these are still available. It is an add-on, and if you are a subscriber, you can get these. If you're not, then you can't. So it's a benefit of being a subscriber to Paper Pumpkin. You get the add-ons available to you, and also all of the stamp sets that are offered in Paper Pumpkin are exclusive to Paper Pumpkin subscribers. So if you don't have Paper Pumpkin, and if you like a stamp set that you see, you need to join Paper Pumpkin to get all the good stuff. So anyway, this is the add-on for coordinating with the kits for the next 3 months, for January, February, and March. It's super cute. And of course, it's going to also coordinate with other projects that you do other than Paper Pumpkin. So that's what I love about it. It just gives you some extra stuff that normally you may not have in your crafting arsenal. Also, as far as some events that are coming up here at the Chalet, this Thursday I have my creative card class. It's $25 or free with a minimum order. And of course, you're going to want to order because it's celebration. Make sure to RSVP with me no later than tomorrow if you would like to be a part of that class. It's Valentine themed and love themed, but it's generic. So I think you could use these cards for a lot of different things other than just Valentine's Day. So that is this Thursday, January the 11th, and that is at 10 a.m., 1 p.m., or 6:30. And again, make sure to RSVP with me by tomorrow. Then we also have our product inclusive class, which is the Be Mine Suite, for Thursday, January the 25th at 10 a.m., 1 p.m., or 6:30. And the cost is $45, and you'll receive a $5 coupon on any size order that you place during class. This class is going to include designer series paper, ribbon, and embellishment. So you get to take all that home. You're going to have a lot of it left. So this way you can duplicate the cards that you've made in class. And then also we have game day on Friday, January the 19th at 10 a.m. Come and play for some prizes. And that is $40. And if you'd like to have additional cards, it's $10 for 2 additional. We put all of that extra into the kitty. And then whoever wins the big bingo, the major bingo, they get that amount of money that is spent on the additional cards to them as a gift certificate, as the Grand Poobah prize. So it's a lot of fun. We use current Stampin' Up! Products as prizes. So make sure to RSVP for that by, I'm going to give it a little extra time here. It said January the 5th, but we're at the 7th, so by tomorrow, by the 8th. And then, of course, we have Sip and Stamp every month. We just had it this last Friday. Thank you to those who joined me. It was a lot of fun. I didn't get pictures of everybody who was there because I was kind of busy crafting with you guys. Hey, Karen. Hello, and happy Sunday crafternoon to you. Good to see you. So next Sip and Stamp is Friday, February the 2nd, 12 noon to 2 p.m. at the Ludington, Michigan Starbucks. Okay, and of course, don't forget, we have the online exclusives at my online store. These are just items that I love to remind you about on a weekly basis that are there that you will not find in a publication, a Stampin' Up! Brochure or a Stampin' Up! Catalog. So just kind of get in the habit of every now and then, you know, peeking back there. And I'll also guide you when there are more items added at the online store as well. And if you're not real comfortable with maneuvering our online store, just give me a call. If you just want to glance around, you see some stuff you like, jot down those item numbers and a little description of what they are. Give me a call and I can put the order in for you. That's not a problem at all. I'm happy to do that. And again, of course, it's celebration time. So with that, I'm going to show you guys. I can actually show you the insides of the books now. I almost feel like I'm doing something wrong. Oh my gosh. So right now is celebration, which kicked in the same time as our mini catalog. This mini catalog is actually available until the end of April, on April the 30th. And then celebration is going on now until the end of February. So February 29th is the last day. And you can earn products out of here for free with purchases of $50 or $100 increments. So I just want to show you guys a few of the things. So while we talk and glance through this publication, I just want to let you know that throughout celebration, what I'm going to be doing every Facebook Live is feature a product that's in here. Some of these items coordinate with items that are in the mini catalog, which I think is very smart on Stampin' Up's part, and they have me hook, line, and sinker, like every time, right? So today we're going to work with the Sunny Days Designer Series paper, and it coordinates with a bundle that's in the mini catalog, which I'll show you in a minute. But just to give you a heads up, so people are kind of asking, well, how do I get these free items? So it will show you as far as what you'll need in order to place an order, well, to earn these items and to get them for free. So we have a lot of what I call level 1 items, which are when you just place a $50 purchase, you get an item for free. And you can see that these are marked as such. And oh my gosh, so many beautiful things. And don't forget, because I know it's kind of blending here, the ribbon, which is gorgeous. And then there's also, nope, I did not go buy it yet. There are some embellishments as well. So don't overlook those in case you're one of those people that just love the embellishments. Here you go. Here's a freebie for you. So as we get to the back of the book, this is one of my faves. This is going to coordinate with something in the mini. I'm sure you've seen that already. And then this also coordinates along with this punch is something you can purchase, but it coordinates with this free set. Then there's also another set in the mini catalog that it'll coordinate with. But here's a $50 and here's a $100 purchase. For a minimum of a $100 purchase, you can get the dies, and it coordinates with the stamp set that you can also purchase for free with a $50 minimum. So yeah, lots of good things. Also, this is one of my favorites that we'll be playing with eventually. And then this as well is beautiful if you're into the whole flowers. That right there. Also, just to mention that I am stamping on the glass mat. So the glass mat studio is something that you can get for free if you decide you'd like to join my team. Give it a try and see what being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator is all about. Free, you guys, along with $125 of product for $99. I had to pay $60 for this. You guys can get it for free. I mean, how cool is that, right? Which I love. It also comes with the silicone mat, which will hold Stampin' ink spots or also a larger ink pads. And if you're wanting to use mixed media or watercolor and all that good stuff, you can use this as a tray. It also comes with this really cool squishy. Like, I love this. I just, you know, like the stress balls? It's kind of like one of those. It's really neat. But anyway, you just run it underwater. It softens it up and it's ready to go. And it's something that will clean off your glass mat without any chemicals, which I really love. And also your stamps. I use it to clean off my screen to my cell phone, my iPhone. It cleans it off really well, along with my laptop, because it collects dust and all that as it sits. And I just take a quick rub down with this and you're good to go. Like, I love this thing. I think Stampin' Up!, I know I said this before, needs to sell just these, because I could have like 10 of these around my house. Like, I can think of a million uses for that little guy. Anyway, so I just want to point that out to you, that if you weren't knowing yet, you might be under a rock. I'm just kidding. That celebration is going on right now. So it's a great time of the year to get free things. Also, let me see here. I'm going to make sure. There we go. I could not see comments, which was really weird. But again, it's a Facebook thing. Mini catalog. So all the good things in here. So we're covering like Valentine's Day, birthdays, Mother's Day, Father's Day, graduation. What else is in here? Everything between. There's some great sets for like sympathy, which I always have a hard time making. But there's a beautiful set in here for that. Anyway, there's all the good stuff, and we've already been playing with the products, but today we are going to play with this right here. We're going to do some creating with bright skies, and it coordinates. In fact, I forgot to get this out. How can I do that? Oh my gosh. Let me see here. I'm right here. I didn't run away. Just grabbing something. Oh my goodness. and I'm making a mess in the process. So as I told you, some of our products in Celebration coordinate with bundles and things in the mini catalog. And I love that. So anyway, this paper, this designer series paper is very fun, whimsical, playful, bright, cheery. And then we also have Bright Skies. So it coordinates beautifully with that. What's really cool, the dies, and I've been playing around with them, so they're loosey-goosey in here. I need to put them on one of my magnet sheets. How many of you guys use magnet sheets? I love them. But anyway, with that being said, some of these dies, the clouds, coordinate with the cloud paper that's available during Celebration for free. So we're going to mess with that a little bit and make some really pretty cards with it. Now I'm attracted to, of course, this flower. I've used almost all of the pattern of this in one pack of paper. But today we're going to concentrate a little bit more on the clouds, the rainbows, this paper right here as well today. I wanted to do something a little bit different than what I've been seeing on Pinterest. So I was challenging myself on what we could create today. And I think I came up with a couple of fun things. So I hope that you guys like them. Let's go ahead and get started. So of course the first thing I was thinking of is like being under the weather, not feeling good, or you know, that kind of thing with the clouds and such. So I hope to give you some ideas, Karen, on things that you can use this for, because I was a little hung up too. And I started going through the annual catalog to try to get some ideas and to spark some sort of creativity. I was like, I have not used these dies yet. So the dies are from, actually we're using two different sets of standalone dies today. On one of the cards, the one that we're going to make first is from Wanted to Say. These are in the annual catalog. And then there are also, on another card, I'm going to once again use the Stitched with Whimsy dies. So let's go ahead and see if I can spark some inspiration with you guys. I'm going to get a couple things out of the way here because I'm getting stacks of stuff and they're going to fly in any minute. All right. Now what I did is I went ahead and I cut everything in advance. This way it cuts down on time and we can chit chat a little bit more too. So I have all these little bits and pieces here. First, let's start with the basic gray. This is cut at 4 1/4 by 11 and scored at 5 1/2. And then I'm going to assemble or attach a piece in here for the liner of the card. This is basic white, cut at 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to go ahead and take some of my multi-purpose liquid glue. I need to load this puppy up again. I've been using, like I've been talking to you guys about, I've been using the multi-purpose glue more often because I've put it, well actually I had a friend of mine do this for me, but it was a great idea. These bottles are available on Amazon. And when you put the glue in here, it has a nice little fine tip on it. So the glue doesn't come out as quickly as it normally would. So I'm actually I'm embracing the glue, the multi-purpose glue, because it's not coming out as quickly and I'm not getting it all over my hands, which means less of a hot mess. All right, I've cut out a piece of that really cute DSP, and I'm also using Pool Party. Let me give you some measurements on this guy. Okay, so the Pool Party is cut at 3 3/4 by 5. And then I've cut this piece down an 1/8 less at 4 7/8 by 3 5/8. I know those 8s, they get me every time. I always have to sit and really think about it because I'm terrible with that. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to layer these two together. And then what I want to do is pop them up on my card with some dimensionals. Go ahead and do that. Isn't that really cool? I just love it. And then, like I said, get the dimensionals out. We're going to go ahead and put these on. Best things ever, dimensionals. All right. And then, whoops, I'm going to attach this to the card front. I love dimensionals. I think that they just give an extra pop and pop. Also, this little piece here is, I think I cut it at, oh my gosh, I'm not even going to think. We're going to just go ahead. I think it's 3/4. Yep, 3/4 of an inch by 4. I'm going to put this on the inside of my card just for a little extra something. Just like that at the bottom of the white cardstock. Isn't that pretty? And then like I said, I cut these out ahead of time. I should have used, oh my gosh, trying to think of what they're called, adhesive sheets, I believe, where you can run these delicate dies through with the adhesive already on the back with those adhesive sheets. Of course, I wasn't thinking, and I had already cut this out, so I was like, you know what, we'll just deal. We'll put little dabs of glue all over that, and then we'll just pray that it lands in the correct spot without sticking to my card otherwise. All right. I think that looks pretty good. And then we're going to go ahead and attach this also with dimensionals. The post office loves me and my puffy cards. Okay, there we go. And we'll put one there. And we're going to put it to the right of the card. And then I've stamped and cut with the dies from Bright Skies, the sun, in crushed curry on basic white. And then I took one of the clouds from the designer paper and cut it out with those cloud dies. So we're going to go ahead and pop this up as well with some dimensionals, just a couple here. And we're going to, this is a different color, but kind of the same, right? Which do you guys like, the dark cloud or the lighter cloud? And then we're going to stick the sun, because of course you're going to feel better soon, right? You're under the weather, but that sun's going to come out. And there you go. And there is card number 1. What do you guys think of that one? It's kind of fun. Something different. Like I said, I was just like, I was so hung up, just like you. I'm like, what am I going to do with this set? I love it. I love the designer series paper, but what am I going to do with it? So anyway, that is card 1. And then we have card number 2. Isn't that adorable? Again, I went ahead, I cut out all my bits and pieces ahead of time, so you wouldn't have to see me do all of that. But to explain what I've done here, first of all, this is a piece of Pool Party. It's cut at 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4. And, oh, where's my white piece? I lost it. Okay, we'll put the liner in later. That's okay. And then I've cut a piece, again, of this designer series paper at 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to stick that down onto my card base first. So we have one less thing laying around here. And attach it like so. There we go. And then I took another piece of this designer paper. The rainbows are on the back of this one. And this is shaded spruce. And I cut it to 1 1/4 by 5 1/2. That gave me some room. Let me show you the die I used. To use this die right here and ran it through to make it look like, I don't know, the hills, grassy hills, hilly grass, something like that. So many fun dies in this set. I love it. I even love the samples that they put in the catalog, the mini catalog itself. Very cute. I almost thought about doing those. I thought, you know what? Nope. I need to go with it and just try to figure out something else here. All right. And putting dimensionals on this. Whoops. Speaking of sunshine, I think my sun just went away again. I'm along the lake, so we see a lot of crazy weather here as far as like it'll snow and then the sun comes out. That's called lake effect, and it's wonderful. Not, because you never know like what you're gonna get. Seriously, I know that sounds like a line from a movie, but it's true. Okay, there we go. So that's popped up a little bit, and then I cut. I'm going to ask for your participation in this. So I've cut out 5 stems. There's a die for the stems. And then on this card, I used the, whoops, he stuck right to my finger there. I cut out the tulips, but there's also a die that cuts these in the same set, in bright skies. So, should I use the tulips, or should I use these other little flowers today on the card that we're making right now? You go ahead and comment, and then what I'm going to do while you're thinking about that, I'm going to take this cloud and my shaded spruce ink and go ahead and stamp the sentiment. Whoops, I should have my little pad here so my ink pad does not slide around. There we go. I forgot to get out the sentiment. That would help, wouldn't it? You brighten my cloudy days. Let's see. And go ahead and attach it to my block. These are so easy to work with, these photopolymer stamps. There we go. The other nice thing about this glass mat that I have found is that I don't need to use my piercing mat when I stamp. Because the main reason why we're using a piercing mat is because a lot of the times when we stamp on our surfaces, whoops, I'm talking, so I'm going to go ahead and ink it some more. When we stamp on our surfaces, we think that it's nice and flat, and in reality, it's not. The nice thing about the glass mat is that if you don't have your piercing mat nearby, and if you're using the photopolymer stamps directly to your papers, what's really cool is you're getting nice, crisp images on it. I'm digging that. I really am. I'm loving, loving, loving this glass mat. And, you know, honestly, I wasn't sure about it. You know, I'm used to stamping with our grid paper and calling it good. But I'm really embracing the glass mat for many reasons. And I'll be sharing them as we get into celebration more and more. Okay. So I've gotten that. That's the only stamp I really need because I stamped everything and cut everything out otherwise. So what are you guys thinking as far as the flowers? I'm going to go ahead and give you guys another minute because I know Facebook legs crazy. But should it be tulips or the little blooming flowers that we attach to our stems here? And I'm kind of going to go ahead. I'm going to go and, goodness sakes, my brain isn't working today. And I do have a headache, so it's probably affecting all my thoughts. Duh. But anyway, I want this to look kind of whimsical, so I'm not just sticking them in the ground straight. I figured that made it look a little more fun. Playful, I guess is another word. Here we are. And then we have 2 more. Boy, if I'm not careful, these things could get caught underneath my nails. Oh boy. Okay, there we are. And one more. So flowers or tulips. I know tulips are flowers, but you know what I mean. Okay, there we are. And then while those are drying, and we decide what we're going to go ahead and put on our stems, whether it's these flowers or the tulips, I'm going to go ahead and attach this with, of course, dimensionals. All right, and then peel these little puppies off. The things that get all over the house, right? They attach everywhere, I swear. Okay. So we're gonna put that right about the middle. And then my little son, I'm gonna have him peeking through just like that. And again, I stamped him in crushed curry and then cut him out with the dies that are included in the Bright Skies bundle. And then we have two more little clouds here that I've cut out with the dies. I'm going to go ahead, whoops, and attach these with dimensionals. And if they hang over my card, I'm just going to trim them down with my paper snips. There we go. I get a little crazy with dimensionals, don't I? I love them. In fact, I need to stock up on these during celebration. I always do that with all of my adhesives because, you know, adhesives are not going to go bad, and it's a great time to stock up and earn free product. Okay, and then I'm going to put this one right about there. And then taking my snips, I'm going to go ahead and just trim from the back of the card. I think, nope, that one needs to be trimmed down too. All right, there we are. Okay, guys, what do you think? Tulips? I'm not seeing comments. Oh my goodness. Well, we're going to just go for it. I'm making an executive decision, and I'm going to put the little dots of glue where they're going to go. That way less chance of getting it on my hands. And then our good old take your pick tool with the putty on the end. Let's see here. We're going to go ahead and, oops, maybe I didn't put enough glue on there, huh? And then, whoops. Oh my goodness. Well, alrighty then. And one here. Aren't those cute? And then, whoops, this one here. Uh-oh, runaway flower. Here we go. All right, so the flower gives a totally different look than from the tulips. How cool is that? So there is card number 2. So we have just one more to go. Let's see. So this one, this may look familiar because I did a layout, I think last week. The same layout, different designer paper, different theme altogether. And honestly, I was a little perplexed. Oh, that's right, tied some bows just in case we need them. I was a little perplexed on a third card. So I was hung up on these clouds because I think that they're so cute. There's also a little lightning bolt in that die set as well, which is really cute. Again, I cut out the, I stamped and cut out the sun, and this is in crushed curry. This is just, it was a little piece of scrap of Pool Party and basic white for the cloud. And then I cut a piece of crushed curry cardstock, and it is cut at 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. I've cut a piece of basic white at 4 by 5 1/4 is going to be the liner inside my card. I'll go ahead and get some multi-purpose glue once again. Glue it down just like so. This is also a piece of basic white cut at 4 by 5 1/4. I ran it through the Stitched with Whimsy dies. I really love that little stitching around the edge. I think it's just a little extra something something, you know. We're going to go ahead and attach this with dimensionals. And then peel these off and attach to the card base. There we are. All right. And center it-ish, just like so. Then I wanted to use some of these strips of paper because this designer paper is so darn cute. Look at the back, there's those cute little, what are those? What kind of flower is that? Poppies or something? Anyway, on the back side there's little sunshines. And then of course we have the clouds, the rainbows, some more of the clouds, and some more sunshine. So I was like, you know what? I love this layout. I think it's great to show off the designer paper and let the DSP do the work for us. So we're going to go ahead and attach these, as I call it in a very sophisticated term, kitty wampus. So you're going to go ahead, and it's your opportunity to go ahead and put these on your card as crooked as you want. And it's perfectly okay. Here we go. I love this print with the rainbow. I think it's really cute. I think we used to have a DSP during Celebration that had very similar pattern. Here we are. And then the last. All right, just like so. And then I'm going to go ahead and, let's see here. Whoops, my little lightning bolt wants to jump away from me. I want to stamp a sentiment on here. We're going to use Sprinkled with Love. Haven't used that one yet. Like, where did my stamp set go? It is right in front of me. All the time, every time. Okay. Let's ink this up. And I'm using, once again, Shaded Spruce ink. And right about there. There we are. I'm going to go ahead and attach this with dimensionals. There we are. And we're going to put it right about the middle-ish, maybe just a little bit towards the bottom, because I also want room for that sunshine. Whoops. These little guys just don't want to detach from me. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and again have the sun peeking out, crushed curry on white, basic white, and cut out with that the dies. There we are. And then a little dab of glue for the little lightning bolt. Oh my gosh. I cannot talk whenever I'm connected to you guys. That's too funny. And then I was debating on a bow. So this is Pool Party ribbon that is in the annual catalog. And I almost thought about putting it on there, but then I thought, I don't know. What are your thoughts on the bow? I'll leave one without, and then here's a bow. I'm not sure. It could go either way. I almost felt like it was naked without anything. You could put rhinestones on your cards. I was going to do that and then I forgot to get them out, so I'll just add those later. But so this is card number 3. I'm going to go ahead and leave the bow off for now. So I'm going to go ahead and show you all 3 cards once again. There's 2, and then here is the first one. So I hope I've inspired you guys a little bit as far as having some fun with the Bright Skies bundle along with the Sunny Days Designer Series paper. Next week, I think it's going to be Heartfelt Hellos, which is another celebration item. So make sure to join me next week, same time, same place, same bat channel, right here at Dawn's Creative Chalet at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Thanks so much, you guys, for joining me today, and I hope that you have a really good week. Bye-bye.